Good morning, everybody. It is Monty. I'm back again once again to start my final Blackathon vlog. So, in true Monty fashion, it is like 10:12, and I'm kind of just waking up because I definitely did not go to bed until like 1:30 last night trying to get yesterday's vlog up and going. So I woke up briefly at like 6 something and I said no. And so now it's 10:13 and I am back, I'm awake, and I'm ready to finish today. So I think my game plan for today is also in true Monty fashion. I still want to buy a book because I did not buy a book yesterday, and I still kind of want to because I didn't buy one for January. And maybe I'll go to Barnes & Noble and not find anything that I want to read, but I'm going to make the trip anyway, just so I can start listening to Wahala. And then my last goal for today is, because I've held up that naked book so much, I want to at least start. We'll see. The book is not very long. The only issue that I could see having is that it is currently 10:17, and I would like to not stay up until the ass crack of dawn again. So whatever I can get read by 10:30, 11 o'clock at the latest would be nice, because yesterday I didn't stop reading until like 11:47, I think is what I had in that vlog. So I don't want to do that again. Like, I want to be exporting footage at 11. So that's my goal. So I have roughly 12 hours to finish things. We'll see how I do. So I have stopped to fuel up, and I feel like this is as good a time as any to update you guys on Wahala. I have only read 8% because on the way to Barnes & Noble, didn't read. I was on Spotify. But like I said, I've read 8% so I can talk. And I have to say that so far I'm enjoying this. It is multi-perspective. When I saw that we were following a group of friends, I was hoping, praying, fingers crossing that we would have 4 friends. I don't know if we're getting all the perspectives because I've only started 3 of the chapters. But so far we do seem to be moving around the friend group, which A+. It does do that thing in like mystery, thriller, contemporary vibes where we start at the end in like the prologue section where it's like, ooh, this tragic thing happened. And then it's like 4 months earlier and we jump into the rest of the book, which I have varying degrees of success with. Let me get some lotion. My hands feel very dry. Very varying degrees of success with that framing narrative, but I mean, it's not like it's totally unheard of to do that. So I understand that it's a convention. Overall, I'm enjoying it. I didn't expect all 4 of these friends to be biracial, but they are. And one of them, she has a very unhealthy relationship with Nigerian men. She said, so one of the friends, I believe, which one was it? Boo was saying this. No, was it Boo? Was it Ronka? Ronka was saying this. No, Boo was saying this to Ronka because Ronka's the one that's dating Coyote. And she was like, yeah, that good for nothing Nigerian man. That Nigerian man who couldn't commit to going to Paris with you for like 2 nights. Y'all are buying a flat together. You need to leave his Nigerian ass for a white man. And I screamed. I was screaming. I said, you can't just say that. Boo, you can't say that. So Boo has a very interesting relationship with Nigerian men because she thinks they all broke niggas who ain't got nothing going for them, and she don't want nothing to do with none of them. She's also unhappily married to her little French boyfriend, husband man. I say she's married to her French boyfriend because that's a sentence that makes sense. But she's married to this French man, and they have a daughter together, and her daughter is cute. Love the little girl. She was giving me everything that I want from a child. But she is very unhappy with this French man, and I'm like, are y'all gonna get divorced? Because he's trying to move her out to the countryside, and she's like, no thank you. I don't need a garden. I don't want a dog. I don't want to be middle-aged listening to BBC4. So overall, I'm having a good time. I'm enjoying this little situation. We have met Isabel. She has already made an appearance in the first chapter to sort of shake up the friend group. So yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting for sure. I'm having a good time so far. I would recommend. Also, since I have stopped, I can do this little book hauling moment. So I was in Barnes & Noble and I was like, what do I buy? What do I purchase? Do I need to purchase anything? And I got this close to purchasing The Appeal by Janice Hallett, and it's told in mixed media. So it's like these two lawyer people, associate lawyers, who are given a bunch of case files, and I think it's for an appeal, obviously. I think there's like a little girl who had cancer and she died, but she was receiving this experimental treatment, so I'm assuming it has something to do with that. And so these two lawyers are going through all of these like text messages, and like the first page is like the text messages, and the second page was like a recommendation letter, so it's like emails and all these kinds of a thing to sort of figure out what happened, what's going on in this case, because they know about as much as I know. And I feel like I know more because I read the inside flap, and they didn't even know that. They just got given these files. And it sounded fascinating, and I really want to read it. But I said, no, I'm not going to buy that because they had Cherish Farah by Bethany C. Morrow. And I already own all the other books by Bethany C. Morrow. And so I said, let me go ahead and snatch this one up instead. If this had not been on the shelf, I probably would have walked out of there with a copy of The Appeal. But so I got this. This is like these two little black girls. One of them moves in with the other one. I think Farah moves in. Yes, so the two girls are Farah and Cherish. And Farah moves in with Cherish. And Farah is like
Sorry, could you say that again?
Bitch, no one was talking to you, Siri. So Farah moves in with Cherish's family, who is like the wealthy white people in the country club, and she is doing things, and there's some family secrets. I'm looking forward to reading this, but I actually need to go put fuel in my car so I can get back on the road. So I will check back in once I have more to say. What is up? So I am home. Love that for me. Love that for y'all. I'm now 44% of the way through this, and here's the thing. I think that this is definitely a book that I like. Like, this is a book that is for me. If you like the things that I have recommended that are just, you know, these contemporary stories where stuff is a little messy, complicated friend groups, like, sure, like, this is going to be for you. I am a little bored. I think that it's very easy for me to zone out while listening to this, because while listening, I ran into a couple of grocery stores trying to find a couple of items, which was not the best idea given that tomorrow is the Super Bowl. So like everything and the people, I'm just like, where are y'all coming from? Where are you coming from? I go grocery shopping every other week. I don't ever see none of you hoes in here. But anyway, it was really easy for me while in the store to zone out. And I think that a lot of even though it's multi-perspective, a lot of the characters starting to like blend together. The only reason I can tell Ronka apart from everybody else is that I know that she's dating Coyote, and then I know that Boo is married to the French guy, and Simi is dating Martin. Like, I know who they are based on like who the relationship is, but I think in my last update I said that Boo was the one that was being racist, and I'm pretty sure it might have been Simi. And again, this is happening because they're also similar. They feel very interchangeable almost. And then Ronka is just like, I don't know, but I'm enjoying it. And I also feel like I'm not pronouncing these names correctly, even though I've been listening to the book for several hours at this point because of the speed that I'm listening at. So if I've been mispronouncing these names, again, I apologize. It's just like, it feels very interchangeable. They seem to have like a couple of like defining personality traits, but overall, it's fine. Like, I think this was a debut, and I think for a debut, like, it's entertaining. But I also feel like if I was in the mood to be very petty and to be hyper analytical, I would just be like, y'all don't need to read this. But if you want a good time and the blurb sounded interesting, I say go for it. Isabel is definitely pushing these people. But it's also weird. Like, you can see Isabel manipulating things. Like, you can see her taking information, but is very unwilling to... I need more lotion, goddamn. But is very unwilling to give out pieces of information about herself. And parts of her story are already, like, they're not quite adding up. So I'm invested. So I will, like, I was going to say intrigued. That's why that was a weird pronunciation. But I am intrigued. I am invested enough to keep going. So I'm going to go. I need to eat actual food. So that's what I'm going to do. What that food is going to be, I don't know. But I'm going to eat something. And then I'll be back and I'll check in. I'll let you guys know what I'm thinking, what's going on with me. Here's the thing. I have an hour and 59 minutes left on my audiobook for Wahala. And the Monty that said this is going to be a dedicated reading vlog to Wahala is disappointed, because I definitely had the time. Yeah, I'm upset with myself, but I'm also not, because the time that I spend today not reading, I feel is like in a direct conversation with the Monty that I was telling you guys about yesterday, where I'm doing this thing where when I'm vlogging, where I want to finish things, and so I am. But the Monty that wanted to do that yesterday was up until like midnight again, 1 a.m. again, editing and doing a thumbnail and getting it uploaded so it would be out at 5 a.m. And I'm not gonna be that person. I'm sorry, I'm just not. I've done that twice this week now. I think I was up until 1 a.m, and honestly, it is just, I love y'all. I love y'all, and it means a lot when y'all, click on the video and watch. But it don't mean that much. I still want to go to sleep at a reasonable hour for a reasonable amount of time, because I did that and I didn't wake up until 10 o'clock today. So, and I don't want that. I don't want to do that tomorrow. I want to enjoy my weekend, and that does not include sleeping most of it. So I'm going to end this here. Where I'm at, I still recommend the book. I still think that it's a good time. If you like Leanne Moriarty, I think you're going to like Wahala by Nikki May. I think that it's they're very similar stories. I think that I wouldn't say that they are, the same. Like, I wouldn't say if you like Big Little Lies, they're the same. But I think if you like the same sort of edgier, dark contemporary, then you'll enjoy this. So I'm enjoying it. I don't know if I'm going to finish it tomorrow on Sunday, because I do have plans tomorrow. Gonna go to a little Super Bowl party situation. I'm not a football person, but it'd be nice to get out of my house for a little bit. So I'm gonna go do that. So I don't know how much I'm going to read. I also did finish filming. Another reason why I'm not going to finish this book tonight is I spent the last hour recording my Poppy War series discussion. So that'll be out sometime this week, probably. I'm aiming for Wednesday, because that's when I feel like doing it, I think. So I'm aiming for the 16th. If you're a Patreon, maybe Monday it'll be up. It depends on how much another reason I want to get this edited and uploaded is so that tomorrow morning, before I go to the Super Bowl party, I can get it uploaded for my patrons. If I do upload that early for my patrons, then Wednesday for sure, but it might even come up on Monday. It just kind of depends on what's happening, how long they have access to it. But next week for sure, the video is filmed. It is like 56 minutes of raw footage and several tangents, so pre-prepared with snacks. I think that's everything that I have. Thanks for watching. Thanks for reading with me this week. I've already said it's been a lot, so I won't go down that rabbit hole again, but it was semi-fun. It was semi-fun. I'll see you guys in my next video, whenever that happens to be. But until then, and until next time, bye.